Yo, what is going on, bro? Welcome back to another video. Today's video, I want to talk to you about NoFap, okay? Now, NoFap, you know, I don't want to be talking about, giving advice on, other men beating their meats and, I shouldn't even be telling other men what to do with their own, with their own thing down there, but I feel like NoFap is a very, very essential, vital, important bit in the man's self improvement journey. Okay, so you need to be on NoFap, all right? Because when you're not on NoFap, when you're just consuming porn, you're masturbating, especially to porn, it's just very damaging. Okay, it's very damaging. You can look up the neuroscience behind it. Like, it really messes you up, and like, you just feel lethargic. You don't get shit done. You feel down. You feel negative. It destroys your thinking. You just don't want to get shit done. Okay, you don't feel bothered to do anything. There's no drive in life. Okay, there's no life force energy. Okay, so when you're spilling your seed and everything, you're literally removing all that life force energy. All right, that seed. Okay, like when you're being and you bust, that has the power to create a whole human being. All right, so if you're just wasting that on paper, on your bed sheet or something like that, to a screen, pixels on the screen and everything, it's just very like pointless. Okay, it's very pointless. And like, I be talking to other guys as well, and like they're talking about like porn masturbation. They're like, oh yeah, it's so good and everything, and then I'm just there like, oh yeah, I don't do that shit anymore. Like, it's just pointless to me. Then they're surprised. The eyebrows goes up. They're like, what you mean you don't do it anymore? And I'm like, yeah, I don't do it because it's pointless. Like, it's just very pointless, and it's damaging as well, and people don't realize how damaging it is. Then I try to like explain it to them, and like they're just not buying it. Like, they don't care. And some other guys might be like they'll actually think about it, and they'll be like, okay, I'll actually give it a go. And they give it a go, but they don't get that far. Fair play for trying though, but they don't get that far because they're addicted. Okay, like a lot of guys are addicted to porn and masturbation, and I was too. Okay, like, I mean, heavily addicted, severely. And like, it took a while. It's gonna take a while as well, because when you've been doing this since you were young, and like 11 or something, since you were doing this since you were young, it's not gonna happen overnight. Okay, you're not just gonna stop and go in cold turkey overnight. Some people might be able to do it cold turkey, but not every guy is gonna be built like that. Okay, I wasn't built like that at all, so it takes a while. Okay, and you're still gonna slip up throughout the journey too. All right, nobody's perfect, so it's just like, you gotta be aware of it, and like, you just gotta limit it. Okay, like, porn and masturbation is pointless, and it's just, when you're doing it, you just feel terrible. Okay, like, there's a reason why you feel terrible after a post-nut clarity, and there's a reason why you feel guilty too. Okay, and if you don't feel that guilt anymore, then that means you've been doing this so much that you've become desensitized to it. Okay, so it's just very pointless. So in this video, I'm gonna give you like NoFap tips and everything to help you on your journey. I'm just like, make it easier for you. Okay, so the first NoFap tip, all right, that I'm gonna give is to unfollow every single IG model. Okay, every single IG model that posts something provocative. All these TikTok girls, they're all underage anyways. Okay, unfollow them. Unfollow them, block them if you have to. Just get them off your feed. Okay, get them off your feed, get them off your following list. You don't need to be seeing that. Even the bots, all right, I'm not gonna lie, the bots profile pictures be dragging you in. You click on the profile, you see the bots, they might even trigger you as well. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, I used to get caught by the bots too. I didn't jerk off to them, but like, like, you just want to see ass, and then you look at the bots, and then, oh, you see ass. Okay, but like, unfollow all of them, please. Okay, just get rid of them. Get rid of them. Block them if you have to. Just, you don't need to be seeing that. Okay, because when you're seeing all of those provocative images, you're feeding your addiction. Okay, you're literally feeding into your addiction, and the resistance that you've built is decreasing. Okay, and then eventually you're just gonna crumble. All right, you're just gonna crumble. You're gonna start clicking onto the profiles. Next thing you know, you're on the semi, and then you're just looking through the profile. Next thing you know, you're there searching up Pornhub on your little keyboard, and then hand in your dick, and you're going to town. Okay, so you don't want to be doing that. Okay, so unfollow all of these IG models. All right, they are gonna trigger you if you keep looking at them. They're gonna trigger you, and you need to get rid of that. Second tip that I'm gonna give is to write down what your triggers actually are. Okay, so take out a piece of pen, take out a copy or a piece of paper, a pen, and just write down what your triggers are. Okay, and what I mean by triggers is what actually triggers you. Okay, what sends you into that, like, out of control, horny type of shit. Like, oh, I need to do it right now. I need to get one off. Okay, what sends you into that type of feeling, okay, or sensation? So write down your triggers. For example, you get triggered by the IG models. Okay, get rid of them, unfollow them. You get triggered by fantasizing. Okay, stop fantasizing. Then every time you fantasize, catch yourself fantasizing and just stop it. Okay, so write down what your triggers actually are. All right, and then that can help you become more aware of what triggers you, what's around you. And since you're more aware of it, self-awareness is key. You can actually stop it, you can limit it, and you can prevent it from happening. The third tip that I'm going to give is to meditate. Okay, I neglected this a lot and I don't want you to neglect this. Meditation will actually help you out. Okay, because when you're meditating, you're building resistance, you're building discipline, you're focusing on the present moment, you're being more calm, you're being more self-aware, you're being more aware. If you're in the present, you're aware. Okay, so when you meditate, you're gonna think more clearly, you're gonna have clarity, you're gonna think more clearly, you're gonna know what you're doing. Okay, because realistically you do know what you're doing. Okay, like when you're looking at these IG models, when you're going on Pornhub and everything, when you're being in me, you know what you're doing. Even when you don't want to do it, you know what you're doing. Okay, so you're just consciously giving in to your subconscious desires. Okay, but meditation will help you with that. Okay, and it will literally open your eyes and it will free your mind from all the you know temptations and the desires, and it'll just like help you be more aware and present of what you're actually doing. It'll give you a free mind. Okay, you'll be able to think more clearly before you actually act on something that you don't really want to do. All right, moving on to the fourth tip is your why. Okay, you need to have a why. Why are you doing NoFap? Okay, why are you not watching porn anymore? Why are you not masturbating anymore? Right? For me, my why is because I want to do NoFap, because there's other guys out there doing NoFap, and since they're doing NoFap, they're getting stronger, they're getting better, they're experiencing the benefits. They're not losers. If you wank, to be honest, you're a loser. They're not like incels or anything. So since they're doing that, they're getting better. I want to get better too, and I want to be better than them. So since they're out there not being their meat, I'm not going to be my meat, because if I be my meat, then I'm going to be losing to them. Okay, so for me, it's competition. My why is basically competition. Okay, so that's a good wife to you for you to have as well. If you have competition, that's good for men. Competition and men go hand in hand. Testosterone increase and everything. So think about like other guys that are on NoFap too, and like what their life is like, and how they're killing it, and how they're getting shit done, how they feel energetic, how they're going after their goals, and how they're not losers. Okay, like they're just not losers. All right, so have a why, have a strong sense of why, and when you have a why, you'll go after that why. All right, you won't question it, you won't do anything, you won't like divert from it. If you have a strong why, you will fulfill that why. The fifth tip that I'm gonna give is make it a lifestyle. All right, make it a lifestyle. Don't forget about counting the days, forget about the streak. Make it a lifestyle. All right, you don't beat your meat. Simple as. Okay, when people ask me, no, like when people are like talking about like masturbation and porn and everything, I just sit there and I just be like, yeah, I don't do that shit anymore. And then they're gonna be like, why and everything, and I just say I don't do it. Like I don't beat my meat, I don't wank, I don't fap, I don't jerk off. Okay, I say I don't. And I just say, like, it's not a part of who I am anymore. Start saying that too. It's not a part of who I am. It's not a part of my life. I'm not that person anymore that does that thing. It's just not part of me to be doing that. That's like the mindset you should have. Start saying I don't. Instead of saying, oh, I'm trying to stop wanking, I'm trying to stop fapping or anything. It's like it means that you're still doing it, but you're trying to stop, okay? But when you say I don't, you simply just don't do it, all right? And that's the mindset that you should have. Make it a lifestyle, okay? It's not, forget about the streak, forget about counting the days. I feel like a lot of people get sucked into NoFap and they're like, oh, I have to reach 90 days. If I don't reach 90 days, then I'm a failure. And if I don't reach 90 days, I won't feel the reboot or something like that. But like, forget about all of that and just make it a lifestyle. Just make it part of your life. Okay, you just don't do it anymore. You don't indulge in that activity anymore because it's pointless for you. All right, you don't do it. It's not part of who you are. That's just the mindset you should have. Now I don't count the days anymore because it's just pointless. Okay, like it's just very unnecessary, all right? And like, it's just part of who I am. Like, I've made it a lifestyle, okay? I want to be one of those guys that just make it a lifestyle. I don't care about the day count, okay? But back then, when I would care about the day count and like the streak days or whatever, like, it just like you become so heavily invested and attached to the number, all right? And then like when you like bust or something, or like you give in to like the urge, you feel like a failure, and like it's not the end of the world, okay? You like, that's what it feels like. You feel like it's the end of the world. You feel like you just betrayed yourself or something. Well, you kind of did in a way, but you just feel like shit, okay? You feel like a dumbass, and like it's okay. Like, you can just get back on the streak again, okay? You need to have forgiveness for yourself, and that's what I lacked. Okay, I couldn't forgive myself. I would just beat myself up all the time, which I already did, but I beat myself up mentally. Okay, I beat myself up mentally, and I wouldn't forgive myself, and that like just that's the wrong mindset to have, because you're not actually forgiving yourself. Like, you're gonna slip up, you're gonna fail, okay? Like, do you really think okay? You really think that you've been doing this, you've been indulging in porn and masturbation in PMO since you were like 12 years old, and now you're like 20 years old or 18? You really think that you're gonna overcome this addiction in like one night, in one go? Like, anyone that says that you can overcome PMO addiction in like a few tries is bullshitting, okay? That's bullshit, because you're gonna fail, you're gonna fail, you're gonna fail, you're gonna fail. You're gonna give in to the urges so many times, and that builds character, that builds discipline, that's part of the journey, that's part of the NoFap journey. You're gonna slip up, and when you do slip up, forgive yourself, okay? Don't beat yourself up, okay? Forgive yourself, because I just feel like it's pointless to beat yourself up and like focus on the day count and focus on the streak, because it's just like, it's a terrible mindset to have. Like, it's like you're like worshiping a religion or some shit, all right? It's like, it's not a religion, it's just NoFap. It's literally just NoFap, okay? You're just not beating your meat anymore. So if you slip up, not even like that, if you count the days, or if you like, you focus on the streak, forget about it, all right? Make it a lifestyle, make it part of who you are. Forget about that old identity of the one that just beasted me. You're a new person now, and just make it your lifestyle. This sixth tip that I'm gonna give is, don't repress your sexual thoughts, okay? This one you kind of have to be a bit skilled about it, okay? Don't repress your sexual thoughts, okay? Because if you repress them, I feel like the urge comes back even stronger, alright? So back then, I would like literally think about it. I'd be horny, okay? And I just like forget about it. Be like, oh no, like, I'm not horny. I just forget about it. I try to like forget that I'm horny or something, and I just like try to repress the feeling, okay? And I feel like once you repress it, it's just gonna come back even stronger, alright? So what I would do instead is just own up to it, okay? You feel horny? Okay, I'm horny. I feel horny, alright? Just own up to it, and then transmute that energy into something creative, okay? Because sexual energy and creative energy are actually the same. So if you're if your sexual energy is high at the moment, transmute that energy into something creative. Write something, go to the gym or something, like focus on like a goal of yours, or like just do something, okay? Transmute that energy, all right? Don't just leave it there and then repress it and just like forget about the thoughts or something. If you feel that way, open up to it and just accept it, okay? Accept it and be like, okay, yeah, I'm horny right now. Don't say it to people, obviously. Just be like to yourself, okay, yeah, I'm gonna accept it. This is how I'm feeling right now. But then transmute that energy, like spread it around, like give it to other, activities in your life. Not actually giving into the urge, okay? Don't just give into the urge and be like, okay, I'm horny right now, so I'm gonna be my meat. All right, that's just the wrong way to go about it. Transmute the energy, put it in something creative, or just go to the gym, or just like, work out or something. Go like play basketball, go play soccer or something like that. Just transmute that energy into something, okay? Don't just leave it there and let it build up, okay? Because it will come back stronger. Seventh tip, the last tip, is become fed up with being a loser, okay? Like, when you're being your meat, like, don't you just feel like a loser? Like, you just feel like, come on, bro, like, you're wanking to pixels on the screen. Like, you're being a cook. You're into cookery, okay? Like, you're looking at 2 people or 4 people or however many people are in that scene, just going to town. You're looking at them having pleasure with each other. Like, is that really what you want to do? Because I guarantee you, if you walked in on someone having sex right now in person, you would walk straight out the door, because that's invading their privacy. You just wouldn't want to see that, okay? And if you do want to see that, I'm not gonna lie, you're a sick fuck and you need some help, because for me personally, I'm not gonna lie, I'd rather join in. And if I don't join in, I'm going straight out the door, okay? But I'd rather join in instead of watch that. Unless it's a gay couple, okay? I'm not gay, I know. If you're gay, that's cool. You can. It's not bad to be gay, but me personally, preferably, I'd rather it not to be gay. Okay, so like if you saw people having sex right now, you'd walk out the door. Okay, like you wouldn't want to see that. But when it comes to pixels, you want to see that. You want to see two people doing it. It just makes no sense. All right, like it's loser activity, just weirdo activity, and like it's just pointless. Why would you want to watch other people doing it when you can just do it for yourself? Think about the top level guys, okay? People like Mike Thurston and everything. Like, I can't imagine Mike Thurston just, typing a porno on his, like, PC or something like that. Well, I wouldn't want to imagine that anyways, but, like, I just can't imagine him pulling down his jocks and then, being his meat. Like, obviously I wouldn't want to imagine this. That's a bit weird, but it's just like, like you can't see that happening. I can't see David Goggins just doing that. I can't see LeBron doing that or some shit, I can't see people like David Gandy doing that, okay? I can see them going out, going out into the real world, touching grass like real people, getting girls, then actually doing it with the girls instead of just looking at pixels on the screen, okay? That's just very weird. It's just like, become fed up with being a loser, okay? It's very weird. Think about what you're actually doing. Really think about what you're really doing. 4 a.m. in the morning, 3 a.m., whatever time it is, under the covers, just beating your meat, putting it onto tissue, and then going to sleep. Like, is that really the life you want to live? Do you really want to do that? Waking up in the morning wood, beating your meat, just leaving it on your boxers. It's just nasty, okay? It's just loser activity, okay? And like, you just don't want to be doing this. So become fed up with being a loser, alright? That's all my NoFap tips, okay? Hopefully this video helps you. And please implement at least 3 of these tips, okay? You don't want to be that guy that just beats their meat all the time. If you really want to be in the top 1%, if you really want to be like a better masculine character, a top guy, a top G, like Andrew Tate or some shit, you can't be doing that. You can't be out here indulging in PMO, looking at all these IG models and like fantasizing over them and just beating the meat, okay? You don't want to be a loser, no one likes losers. If you're a loser, you're a pussy. So stop doing all this shit and stop indulging in those activities, okay? NoFap is just an essential bit in man's self-improvement journey, okay? Like, you just feel better, you feel more energetic, your testosterone is up, testosterone levels are soaring, okay? Your balls feel full, alright? Like, you just feel like the man, okay? You're more confident, you're more better skin, better attitude towards life, better outlook on life, better mindset, alright? It's just better, okay? It's just better to be on NoFap. And if you don't feel those benefits as well, it's just better not to, be doing all those like PMO activities, okay? Because it's just pointless. That's it for this video today though. I appreciate you for watching, and with that being said, always remember that you are destined for greatness. Now go out there and make an impact. Peace. Stop being the meat, boy.